Last night, a herd of wild boars slipped into my uncle's farm and tore through his vegetable beds without a shred of mercy. All of the family's hard work gone in minutes. We couldn't just stand by and watch. So, once again, we prepared for a hunt that would push us to our limits. This wasn't a normal hunting trip. This was a rescue mission, a journey led by hunters with grit, responsibility, and the will to protect the livelihood of an entire community under threat. We took position at an ambush site just below the hillside along a narrow trail that boars frequently used. As we reviewed the plan, a distant echo, boars growling and rustling, snapped everyone to attention. I immediately picked a perfect angle, steadied my aim, and squeezed the trigger. The shot echoed through the valley, scattering the herd. One large boar sprinted uphill, desperate to escape. A decisive, well-placed shot dropped it before it could disappear into the brush. This isn't a pastime for us. We're here to stop the destruction before these animals ruin another night of hard-earned crops. We released the seasoned hunting dogs, letting them track and flush out the next threat. Meanwhile, we shifted tactics, splitting into small groups and positioning ourselves along several key trails on the mountainside, forming a deadly arc should any boar attempt to break through. Moments later, rustling from a nearby thicket confirmed the herd's presence. Without hesitation, John fired. His shot punched straight into a massive boar. His timing, nerve, and experience eliminated another threat, restoring another piece of peace to our village land. But things began to get more complicated. We moved westward as new signs of activity emerged. During the march, my iPhone 17 Pro Max started buzzing nonstop. "There's a big one heading your way," a voice warned. We rushed into position. Exhaustion tugged at us, but the image of my uncle's devastated crops pushed us forward. And just as predicted, the massive boar appeared. Perfect setup, a perfect shot, another danger eliminated before it could vanish into the night. The shot echoed across the valley, sending the herd into chaos. As we relocated, faint movements caught John's attention. Years of reading boar behavior guided him. He lay in wait, and the beasts burst through exactly as he expected. John opened fire with lightning reflexes. A few went down instantly, collapsing under clean, lethal shots. Impressed? Drop a comment and tell us what you think. Some of the luckier boars managed to escape the chase, sprinting toward a narrow pathway to hide. But our drone caught every movement from above. We rushed in, took position, and refused to let any more of them terrorize the villagers. I stood at the intercept point, sights locked. The moment the boar broke from the brush, I fired. The round flew true. The beast dropped on the spot. Another threat neutralized. We continued sweeping the area, but the deeper we pushed, the more boars appeared. The hunt grew intense, taut as a bowstring. We tightened our formation, closing the net around their new territory. Fresh tracks pressed deep into the dirt, guided us. Step by step, we closed in. Finally, the last target emerged. A volley of shots rang out, cold, sharp, final. The pursuit was over, victory ours at last. The day's haul filled the back of our Jeep Gladiator. The battle ended, but out there, more wild boars still lurked, plotting their return to the villagers' fields. And we knew one thing, this fight wasn't over. Not until the forest was safe again. So don't forget to like and subscribe to follow us on the next hunt. See you in the next adventure. In the American South, farmlands are facing a growing threat. Wild hogs, destructive, relentless, and devastating to crops and livelihoods, keep pushing deeper, tearing apart everything in their path. Today, we're taking you into a high-tension hog hunt where every decision, every step, and every breath can make the difference between success and failure. You'll witness strategy, skill, and the flawless teamwork of a seasoned hunting crew. At the first hint of dawn, the team silently moved along the hillside, spreading out from multiple angles. Every position was chosen with precision, based on wind direction, hog travel routes, and natural high points that offered a wide, clean shooting lane. Just minutes later, the iPhone 17 Pro Max camera caught movement. The hog herd had arrived right on schedule. Everything fell into place perfectly, proving once again, in any hunt, the right position matters more than the shot itself. Hogs in this area are incredibly cunning. They never travel alone, always hiding in thick brush and weaving zigzag patterns to avoid detection. We track them daily, studying feeding hours, movement routes, identifying choke points, and dividing the terrain into tactical zones. But when a herd suddenly bursts out, every theory collapses. In that moment, all you have left are reflexes, calm, and the ability to read a situation in a heartbeat. A good plan prepares you, but courage is what keeps you alive. We pushed forward. Suddenly, our dogs barked sharply, signal confirmed. The hogs were exactly where we needed them. A split second late, and the entire herd would break through the perimeter. The team tightened formation, instantly keeping the dogs and every hunter safe. When a moment came, a clean, controlled shot kept the fields below out of harm's way. In wildlife control, timing and formation are everything. Hit like and share to support our mission to protect America's farmlands. Dark silhouettes raced along the hillside, ignoring gunfire, refusing to stop. In that tense moment, the only thing keeping us in control was discipline, a clear target, a safe open zone, and a tightened plan ready to close in. Precision in moments like these isn't luck. It's the result of hundreds of hours of real terrain, real condition training. True skill is built through discipline, not recklessness. Even after taking down several hogs, the rest of the herd vanished into the brush. They're smart, but experience is sharper. We listened closely for movement, identified their escape direction, picked the safest angle of approach, and only pulled the trigger when the view was absolutely confirmed. The golden rule for every American hunter remains the same. Never fire unless you clearly identify the target and what lies beyond it. Discipline and respect are what make a hunt safe and worthwhile. Sunset spread across the hillside, the time when hogs are most active and most dangerous. But with persistence, experience, and tight coordination, we handled the remaining hogs cleanly, without disturbing the landscape or harming native wildlife. The fields are safe. The community can breathe easy again. Today's success wasn't just about accurate shots. It was proof of skill, discipline, and a deep responsibility toward the people and land we protect. These are the core values of every true American hunter. Across the corn and rice fields of the American Midwest, a massive threat rises again. Feral hogs, one of the most destructive invasive species in the U.S., cause $1.5 to $2.5 billion in damage every year, and they're back. They tear up soil, snap young crops, spread diseases to livestock, and put entire communities at risk. Today, our mission isn't going hunting. This is wildlife damage control, protecting the livelihoods of families who depend on agriculture. Stay with us as we step straight into the chase. The 2025 Ranger rolls slowly along the soft ground. On the GPS, the zigzag tracks show up clearly, classic signs of hog intrusion. No shouting, no rushing. We spread out the way a real wildlife control team should. Silent, safe, reading the terrain before making a move. Everything has to happen fast and clean. The moment the target comes into view, the first shot breaks the silence. Quick, precise control. That wasn't a challenge shot. It was a controlled shot executed with proper backstop and target ID mandatory under you. S. Wildlife law to protect local agriculture. The gunshot sends the sounder scattering, but we know the field edges are always their escape route. This isn't luck, this is a behavioral pattern that every hog management specialist knows by heart. Everything plays out exactly as predicted. We read their movement, estimate distance, and follow every rule of safe shooting. Every action aligns with the law and with ethical hunting principles, ensuring safety while minimizing unnecessary stress on the nuisance animals. Under the blazing sun, we split into multiple teams. One cutting off the escape line toward the hill, one pushing the herd into the planned tactical path, and the last team taking the catch point to stop them from heading toward local homes. Then the ambush happens so fast it barely qualifies as hunting. This is tactical wildlife control, where reflexes and experience decide everything. As the hogs charge up the hillside, Nick, the most experienced on the team, is already in position. Hogs climb for elevation to gain visibility and reach thick cover, so intercepting them along the elevation line cuts the risk of chasing too deep by almost 70%. Nick's rifle isn't about power. It's a tool defending farms that could lose tens of thousands of dollars if the sounder pours back onto the fields. The plan closes out exactly as expected. Multiple nuisance targets controlled, clean, and safe. Moving along the tree line, Nick suddenly signals a stop. Fresh tracks, a shifted run line, soil kicked harder than usual, signs of a bigger hog nearby. In seconds, every skill has to come together. In safe distance, keeping a clear line of sight, choosing a safe angle for the whole team. All of it isn't just for our safety, it's for the crops behind us. At sunset, prime hog movement time, a new group bursts out, trying to circle back toward the cornfield. Nobody panics. Nobody breaks position. The tactic holds, and the final shot is taken clean, controlled, safe, ending the threat. We don't hunt hogs to show off skill. We make the right shot at the right moment for the right reason to protect farmers and their land. When the last light fades, the day's mission is done. The hogs loaded onto the Ranger 2025 aren't just trophies. They're proof of discipline, tactics, and community responsibility. And this fight isn't over. See you in the next episode, where the Western Ridgelines still hide new challenges. We'll be there, keeping the field safe.